Welcome back. Now, away we go. Let's go into the book of Revelations this morning. Let's talk about those two cities. There's two cities in the book of Revelations. There's two beasts in the book of Revelations. There's two men in the book of Revelations. There's two women in the book of Revelations. Yeah, and there's two marks in the book of Revelations. The only one we ever hear about is the mark of the beast, 666. It's in all the movies, Hollywood movies. I've heard of it ever since I've been spent time in church and outside of church, and it is so prevalent, but they never talk about the other mark. Like I say, the devil gets way too much credit. Okay, let's talk about those two cities. There's Babylon the Great. That is the cage of every foul bird. And it speaks of basically all the dark works. It speaks of that which is referred to as the woman, the harlot that rides upon the beast. And she reigns over that city and the works of darkness. Well, now there's another city. There's New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven. That's the one I want to talk about. Now, New Jerusalem, as it says, is coming down out of heaven. You know, if you used to ask, and I do from time to time, I ask Christians, where is heaven? And I always watch their eyes, because they want to look up. And I'll watch their hand, because they want to point up. And that is not the heavens of Revelations. And many times that heavens is spoken of and referred to in the New Testament. Those are the natural heavens. So I'll ask them, okay, God is in heaven, right? And they'll say yes. And I'll ask them, can you take God out of heaven? And they say no. And I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. So you believe in the Christ, you're a believer. Is God in you? Oh yes, God is in me. And so I say, well, that means heaven is in you, correct? If you can't take him out of heaven, heaven's got to be where he is, right? And so we're really, really getting somewhere now. This is what the city of New Jerusalem is all about. It's coming down out of heaven. In other words, it is in a people. It's not coming down from above in the natural sky, in the natural heavens. When the scriptures speak of concerning the high place, going to the top of the mountain, the Most High, it's speaking about the power and that place of power in the Spirit. So New Jerusalem isn't a city in the sense as we know, like we live here in a major city, Phoenix, the Valley. It is a type of symbols. The book of Revelation speaks in symbols. It's symbolic. So what is this city? It is a people. It is a people that are going to walk into and experience the fullness of the resurrection. What does it say about the city? It says there'll be no more pain, no more tears. It says there'll be no light, no need of the sun, for the Spirit, the Almighty will light it continually. So So this is what this city is all about, New Jerusalem. That's what Revelation is speaking about. It's speaking about a people that are going to awaken and walk into the fullness of the resurrection right here on this earth. New Jerusalem. And of course, as we know, Jerusalem means peace. I don't think there's ever been much peace in the actual city Jerusalem over in Israel. I know there has, but it's been sporadic and short. I mean, look at it now and what's going on over there. It's not talking about Jerusalem and Israel, those locations, geographic locations. It's talking about in the spirit. It's a people that is going to be manifested. Many, many people, men and women, right here on this earth, in the earth. That's what it's speaking of. And like I say, always remember, there's only been ever two men in the earth. And those two men are one and the same. There's only ever been two women in the earth. And those two women are one and the same. Yeah, so now you got two cities. And once again, I'm sure you're aware of Babylon, Babylon the Great. That's full of darkness and wickedness, and the whore that rides upon the beast, she carries a cup that's full of the blood of the saints and all of the indignations of humanity. See what these two cities represent? So that's basically what I want to speak about today, is the twos in Revelations. And we'll go through the twos within Revelations. And I guess I should pull up the scriptures and read them, but I go off my memory. I don't really like to use cards and look at the cards. There's a lot of dependence that I depend upon for people that have read and they read for themselves. They don't trust everything that someone teaches them. They look it up themselves until it bears witness with them. If they're hearing the truth, you're hearing the truth, it will bear witness with your spirit. You better believe it. So, like I said before, that we're rapidly moving into a day that there'll be no need for you to learn from any man. That's what the scripture says. You have no need to learn from any man. The Spirit will lead you and guide you into all truth. Now, there's another scripture that says, obey those that have rule over you. Now, so, boy, that seems like so contradictory, as many people feel the scriptures are. But they don't understand. It's speaking to two different people, two different groups in time as we are now. Those that you're supposed to obey that have rule over you, we're back to the threes. That's them baby Christians. They got to grow. They need to obey the pastor and the ministers and the Sunday school teachers and all that. And then you got the young people that are coming up, and they still don't know the teachings of the mature, and it's kind of all new to them and a bit of an enigma. So they got to obey those that have rule over them. That's the church. That's Mother's house. Okay, that's we all love Mother's house. But once you mature, and you just can't spend a whole lot of time there, you gravitate to the Father's house. Yeah. So that's the threes, back to the tabernacle. Yeah, there's a lot of people that become mature. They begin to awaken. They begin to see and understand the scriptures in a different light. And it's usually one or two things. They end up quitting the mainline denominational churches or the mega churches. Or the other one is they end up getting kicked out. They get labeled as rebel rousers, troublemakers, causing dissension amongst the brethren. Yeah, boy, have I heard it. It happened to me. And no hard feelings. At the time, I didn't understand it all and didn't know where the heck I was going to go. But I stuck to my guns. I kept my faith. Keep your faith. Keep your crown. And you'll be okay. You'll grow and you'll mature and come into the understanding of these things. And it's so crucial today. It's just so needed for what's taking place right now in the earth. I love what, we're talking about the New Jerusalem. Well, what did Apostle Paul say? He said, one day I knew a man, I don't know if he was in the body or not, but he was caught up to the third heavens. What was he talking about? He wasn't talking about the outer space up there. He was talking about that place of the Spirit, the fullness of the Spirit. And he said, I don't know if that man was in the body or out of the body. He was speaking of himself. There's the threes. That's New Jerusalem that's coming down out of heaven. It is the third heavens that Apostle Paul was caught up into. And there you have it. Now you know a little bit about the two cities. A little later on, we'll get into the two marks. We'll get into the two beasts. I've never heard it taught on. I had to dig it up on my own. But it's not just for me. And I'm not the first to see it. And you won't be the last. Okay. God bless you all. This is a wrap. 10-4 over and out.